You're gonna just let her go ahead?
She is not scared.
I was not intimidated at all by sticking my hand in the lobster tank. I actually thought it was quite fun.
Yeah, she does. Yep. She's very pretty, but she scared the death out of me. My name is Marcus Miracle, and I did ElimiDATE about 20 years ago. I haven't watched it in a while, so I'm excited to rehash and relive that experience.
ElimiDATE. My name's Marcus, and I'm a police officer. Most people say it's gotta be so easy for you to get a girl, and in some ways it is, but it's really hard to find a good girl. I want to be somebody's Prince Charming, most definitely. ElimiDATE.
What a tool.
There's a lot of romantic places in Nashville you can actually go to. They've got a lot of different restaurants and museums and art galleries and Country Hall of Fame. So it's a good place to have a date, real good place. We're meeting here at the riverfront downtown, Titans Coliseum.
That was a good day.
It's a very romantic place to take some.
What is wrong with my hair? Oh my God, it's awful.
When I'm interested in a guy, he'll soon see that I am very serious,
Jenn.
I'm
So she was very chill.
My name is Jenn, and I'm a sales engineer for a software consulting company.
I think never mind. I can't go there. So I got laughed at. Look at those high water pants.
Very cordial, very nice.
Oh my God.
Very down to earth.
I think I gave Marcus a very good impression.
I'm a leader, I'm not a follower. I'm very strong-minded.
Heather, yeah.
Competitive. I'm Heather, and I'm a student at Indiana University.
She was pretty.
Good to meet you. I'm Marcus.
Nice to meet you, Marcus.
I'm sorry I've got no hand for you. She had a great smile. She was taller, which was different.
She was tall.
Great eyes, really just light brown.
Look at those pants. Oh my God, you're awful. All right, Chasity. Yep. Yep.
And I'm a dental assistant.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Nice to meet you.
You too.
Thank you so much. Oh my goodness.
I can't remember what she made, like brownies or something, cookies.
Give me a little peck on the cheek. So
I don't even know if we ate those.
I'm really a very nice person, unless you
Wendy, oh my God.
the bitch that you thought I was to begin with.
For real. I was scared of her. Yeah, she scared me.
Thank you so much.
How are you doing?
Awesome. Thank you so much.
I mean,
Not every day a woman brings a guy a flower.
Marcus is absolutely.
she's very pretty, but she scared the death out of me.
Initial introduction.
I thought she was gonna beat up all the girls.
To the crab house for lunch. Go ahead and guess. What do I do? What do I look like I do?
You fly planes, baby.
Fly planes.
Oh my.
Like part two.
Oh my God.
Clients.
Let's just put it away. I like handcuffs.
Right on.
Hey, that's right. Handcuff time.
Life on the line every day for other human beings. I can definitely admire that.
Simple.
Who likes handcuffs?
I did.
That's right. Oh my God.
I definitely wouldn't have said that.
He said that he likes to use handcuffs. I can't wait to find out how much he really does.
Oh my God. I'm crying here.
I like seafood. Yeah.
Really?
Who dressed me? Seriously. Who dressed me? Who put that on me? Oh. Yeah, the crab shack was cool.
With the lobsters, I definitely want to see who is squeamish. Who's got the
Hey,
guts?
big boy.
You're gonna just let her.
She is not scared.
I was not intimidated at all by sticking my hand in the lobster tank. I actually thought it was quite fun.
You're not gonna like kiss him or anything, are you?
Oh, this is gross. Yeah, she does. Yep. Ah.
I was kind of happy for her because that was the only kiss that she's going to get all night.
I didn't actually think she'd go over there and put her lips on a lobster.
That was freaking nasty.
Can you give me this one? I can't do that. I cannot touch something that I'm about to kill and eat.
Little Miss Priss didn't want to get bitten by the big bad lobster. She needs to be afraid of getting bitten by the big bad Wendy.
She got a small one.
That's hers.
Dear God.
I think we'll name it Wendy. How about that?
Look like a Wendy or
Or we could call it Caddy after you.
No, not quite. That's not a good name for it. I made some smart remarks towards Wendy when we were at the lobster tank just because she was getting on my nerves.
Jealousy's a bitch.
but I don't like things that look like
I told you I was scared to death.
Actually, I'm taking my jacket off. Wendy, do you want to wear this? You look a little chilly.
Really, I'm fine.
No. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the producers kind of had them kind of go at each other, obviously for TV and all.
It's been fun.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's your first impression of Chasity?
Chastity? She's been sheltered. I think she's a daddy's girl. She's not.
I am a daddy's girl. I'm not. I'm a big girl.
Wow.
I can take care of my own self.
I don't know. I'm a daddy's girl too, but Chastity is more of a spoiled.
You're a daddy's girl, Jen, for sure.
Come boxing with me sometime.
You're a boxer. Now I'm scared.
Don't be scared. My boxing gloves are pink.
If I do bad, you're gonna knock me off the table? What do you think?
the rest
You
of
think
it.
you could take her?
Yeah.
Doubtful.
That's no competition.
Oh, I kick boxing.
Oh my god.
So it's no competition at all. That's right.
It was kind of interesting to going at each other. I thought we were gonna have a boxing match right there at the table. It's kind of nice. Totally need a salad.
How about we go get a salad? I'll make one for you.
So that was set up to go with specifically
For Heather to take him
Heather
to
for the salad.
just for him. Like he can't take care of himself.
Should we do something like to her food while she's gone?
Let's see. Probably also like some tomatoes.
I think she was like a doctor now or something, if I recall. I ran into her a few years after the show.
Marcus away from the table because she was a little too intimidated by me.
Really?
I wonder if she'll make me one while she's
Yeah.
over there.
So what do you think so far? What do you think of your friend Wendy over there?
She's outgoing. I gotta give it to her. Yeah, she's putting it out. She's putting the fight up. Yeah, well, I suppose she may be trying a little hard, but hopefully we'll get some other people to try a little bit harder too.
Don't worry.
Maybe a little test right here.
I try hard in the right ways.
I think Heather got up to make him the salad because she didn't.
I think Heather was legit.
What, you didn't make one for the rest of us?
No.
Oh, she didn't have any too good things to say over there about Wendy, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she said you might be a little bit overbearing. So.
Overbearing.
Yeah, a little
See,
too
there's
forward.
a fine line between cocky and confidence, and maybe that's
Oh my god.
You want to try this salad? Okay.
I'll be damned if Heather's gonna put one up on me making me pick that salad. I made sure that I got the first bite out of that salad, and I looked her right in the eye while I ate it.
I'm telling you, she would have whooped all those girls. And me.
Wendy should be cut from this round. She's entirely too fake.
I think the producers kind of advised on who to go through during the show.
Marcus needs to get rid of Heather. She is wearing my last nerve bad.
I think Marcus is going to cut Jenn, the computer geek, because she has a very dull personality.
Oh my god. Oh my god. She was ready to whoop so much tail, I swear. Let me think. So Jenn was very, very nice, but very homey. And so back then, I was very, like, outgoing. Like, it seemed like she was not going to match very well with me. Not that she wasn't a sweetheart, but that she wasn't my type from the start. And Heather she was good. I wish I would have had a little bit more time to hang out with her. You know, I didn't know where that was going to go. As far as Wendy, she was a badass. I was just like, all right, I need to keep her around me because this is going to be fun. For real. Like, I wanted to keep her to the end because this was great. And Chasity, I mean, she was pretty. I was like, all right, you know, the public may want me to keep her around. You know, she had her, you know, her stuff hanging out. I was like, all right, this is gonna be okay too. So, yeah, back then I was just like, let's go.
Down to the final determination. I just want to tell you all that you're all very, very beautiful. But unfortunately, I have to eliminate one of you, and I'm going to eliminate Heather. So, sorry.
All right. Hey, it's nice meeting you. Okay. Good luck.
Yeah, I should have kept her at least to the next round.
If he wants to spend the rest of his evening with those three girls, then I mean, look at me. I'll be fine.
I cut Heather because she had the opportunity to have me alone with her, which none of the other girls did.
and I was hoping she'd take the opportunity to really get to know me, but instead she just kind of concentrated on making the salad instead of...
Yeah, she didn't like ask me any questions. She didn't like get into a conversation with me. Great rack.
In round 2, myself and the 3 level...
I still didn't change clothes. Awful.
And we're gonna shoot some pool.
What a tool.
Definitely gonna be testing the girls' competitive side to see if they want to be number 1 or number 2. What's the most craziest thing you've ever done for love?
Craziest thing I've ever done for love, I moved out of state.
You moved out of state for another man?
You would do that for a guy?
What about you? What's the craziest thing you've ever done for love?
I would have to say coming on this show right now.
So you're looking for love?
Yeah.
Really?
Are you not?
Well, I can't say whether I am or not, but good time, I'll just put it that way.
Marcus looked a little shocked with Jen's answer to love on the show.
I mean, it's a dating show, not a love show, so...
I know that Jen's here to actually look for true love instead of just here to play a little game. Do you think Chastity's on the show for love, or?
No, I think Chastity's on the show to show her to the whole world.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I don't get that told that at all, actually.
You sure do come off as one.
You think? Well, at least my breasts aren't hanging out like yours are. You're calling me a slut?
Are you jealous?
I'm not jealous
I
at
do
all.
believe so.
Ladies, come
I
on.
feel like I'm at a tennis match.
Every time Wendy and Jennifer get a chance, they make a comment about my chest. I guess it's because they don't have what I do.
So, are y'all competitors or anything like that? You like to compete?
Oh my gosh.
Sounds good.
Good?
Ball or not ball?
This game is a little bit different than a normal pool game. You're gonna ask whoever you want of the women that are standing a question about something that I might want to
Did I flip-flop that? What was wrong with me?
Okay.
I think I'll ask you the question.
Oh my gosh.
So, are you always this boring, or can you just say to me?
Just because I'm a little bit more intelligent than the other people here that I'm competing against doesn't mean I'm boring. It just means you don't understand me.
No, I understand perfectly. You just don't seem to have anything.
Yeah, back then I wasn't like feeling the simple-ish
Patty, scratch.
type female.
You thought about it.
Maybe.
It didn't bother me.
Yeah, it was
That
just
boring.
a little
If
too
that's what she
simple.
sees, then that's her shallowness shining through.
I think she's got a lot of potential. I don't think she's that boring at all, really.
You liar. Liar.
Hey, Chasity, does your mom know that you came out looking like this today?
Actually, I don't live with my mother anymore, but you do have the motherly look. Do you have kids? Quite all right, Mommy.
Come need to live under my house?
I don't need support from you.
That was rough.
Will you help me?
Shoot that one.
It's the white ball you need to hit.
When Chasity asked me to help her out, it was completely refreshing. I was really impressed. I knew that she knew what she was doing, but you know, it was nice anyway.
Question for you.
Bring it on, baby.
Do you always wear short shirts like that to show your stomach?
Yes, I do show my stomach off.
I was not mad at her stomach.
As opposed
Yeah,
to
she.
somebody
I
who
wasn't
doesn't,
hating.
but shows all their
Oh,
cleavage
I
to
work on
compensate
mine.
for the rest of their body.
I'll work on mine. You haven't seen mine yet.
Yeah, exactly. How do you work on
genetics. You have to be blessed with it, which I can tell you two aren't.
Chasity and Wendy really got at each other. I wasn't really going for that.
I think Wendy got really.
I was hoping for a fight.
I asked her about her midriff shirt, but if you can't run with the dogs, stay on the porch.
Bottom line, why should I keep you?
Brutal.
Because I have a great personality. I'm fun to be around.
Yeah.
I enjoy
Yeah.
anything that you would.
Chasity says she's got to
Oh, that was so ridiculous.
some original thoughts and get a little bit more creative.
Okay, what about you?
I feel you, Jen. I feel you.
I'm gonna stoop to the level of just being catty and fighting, and then just stoop down to a level that I'm really here about you rather than putting everyone else down.
She hasn't proven that.
I think Jen was honestly there to
Why should I
find a good relationship.
next round?
I think that our personalities match better than the two of them, and I think you and I could have a really good time without.
Uh-huh.
What I gather, no, they don't match at all.
Who will Marcus cut next?
Gosh bless.
Eliminate Jenn this round.
No, I got rid of you, girl.
Eliminate Chasity instead.
I'd like to see Wendy go home because she's just so annoying.
I would have kept Wendy just for the battle at the end, honestly.
Because I'm more mature, I'm more fun, I'm more classy than the other girls here.
Gosh, disaster. Oh my God. So, I mean, you know, when you start the show and they ask you for a description of what you're looking for, I was hoping for, I don't know, I guess a little bit of a different type of female back then. But back then, honestly, I was just kind of like a free spirit, just kicking and having a good time. So, Wendy, I probably would have kept Wendy if I wasn't kind of geared away from Wendy by the producers. It seemed that way. So yeah, I think, I don't know, I wasn't really messing well with any of them, honestly. Wendy would have been fun to just hang out with just because her attitude seemed to be like what I was feeling at the time, if that makes any sense. So it's weird to think about it now as I've grown up in the last 20 years to where it was back then. It's a different story now, but gosh, bless, that's funny as hell.
Well, ladies, it looks like we've come down to the next decision I have to make. I just want to say that I've had an excellent time with all three of you. Unfortunately, I have to exclude one of you from the game, and that's going to be Wendy.
Jenn instead because she was just too nervous. She didn't have enough to say and she didn't know really how to express herself.
I cut Wendy this round because she was just a little bit too aggressive. She started getting mean towards the other two girls, and that really didn't turn me on. It completely pushed me.
I was a showman.
His problem was that she wasn't true to herself. She just acted too aggressive, and I don't think that's what he was looking for.
Marcus, I disagree with your choice, but I won't hold it against you. When I'm out with my girlfriends, you can still walk us to our car.
Ah, that's right. That's right. We didn't go waltzing, we went salsa dancing.
We were going salsa dancing at Caliente. Most girls don't know how to salsa dance, which is a very unique dance. So
Hell, I was even learning how to salsa dance back then. Finally a different outfit. No, they both looked really, really pretty.
Jenn's outfit kind of looked like a pilgrim outfit. All she needed
Oh my God!
Chastity's outfit just seemed a little heavy to me. It just seemed a little awkward, almost cumbersome.
Jen was super mature. You could tell for sure how mature she was. I guess I was completely immature back then.
I think we'd start out with breakfast at probably your favorite restaurant. Do whatever you want to do. I mean, just have a whole day for you. Yeah.
I'm down. I'm down with Jen.
how about you?
We would go to the park
All right.
and have a picnic and then go hiking or something fun outdoorsy, especially in this weather right now.
Chastity's answers kind of seem like the kind of answers you'd hear on a Miss America pageant to the typical questions. I just want world peace for everyone.
Holy crap.
You guys ready? Do a little dancing? Awesome, let's go. The salsa dance is definitely a sexy dance. You definitely are moving your hips and moving your butt.
Yeah, that's right.
Get into this, or if they're just gonna stand there like stiff boards.
I'll admit I was a little bit nervous about going on the dance floor. I don't really like people watching me dance.
Oh, come on, girl.
Marcus liked dancing with me tonight because I'm a much better dancer.
I think that's when the tides changed towards Chasity.
The best dancer, I would say, probably be Jenn. She kind of was able to just, move,
Yeah.
Chastity was getting a little jealous of all the time I was spending with Marcus on the dance floor.
Look at her. There you go. Get aggressive, girl.
It was nice being the center of two beautiful women.
Oh my gosh.
For me, it was a really good experience.
Will it be Chasity or Jenn? Marcus's final cut is next.
Yeah, I was feeling Chasity at the time. Can I be completely transparent? After the show, after the show, I had a girl that was a friend of mine that was waiting for us to go on a date because I mean, you expect that you're going to go on a date with who you choose, but honestly, like even after the show, I was just kind of like, yeah. Like, I didn't know if I was really going to go on a date with Chasity, like for real afterwards. And we never did. The next time we talked was when we watched the show when it went live. You know, you don't know what you're going to get when you start it. And then you go through it, you're just like, oh, this is cool. Like, I had a blast, right? I had a blast on the show and the filming and everybody was great and cool. But then my choices, my options, I was just kind of like, I'm not really feeling anybody at the end. I knew the girl knew where I was going to be at the end because that was known where we were going to go. So you could film it, but I had somebody waiting on me. Yeah, it was bad. I was bad. I was terrible. I was terrible. I'm not going to lie. I was bad. I was like, hey, I'm going to the Salsa Club to finish the show. Can you meet me here afterwards? Let's get out of here and have fun too. Oh, it was terrible. I was terrible back then. I honestly was. I was terrible. I don't know what I was doing. I was absolutely wrong. But it was fun as hell, so yeah.
Well, ladies, this was the last and final round. And I gotta tell you, it was awesome. You guys were both very, very, very spirited. Very, very awesome contenders, and I completely appreciate you guys.
Contenders, like a boxing match.
Once again, I'm gonna have to eliminate one of you. So I'm going to eliminate you, and I'm gonna pick
Jenn. Oh, she was like, why? I was like, oh.
Why?
Well, basically, I was looking for somebody who was not so much set in their ways. I think you're looking for something a little bit more quicker than I'm looking for something.
He made a huge mistake. Yes, I do know what I'm doing. Something that's going to be important
Love.
in the long run. And I just think
I agree.
it's a short-term solution right now.
I picked Chasity.
A solution. Oh,
she wants to do, a lot of things. I mean, it was really easy. I mean, being her age, being my age, we just kind of, worked pretty well together.
Chasity had the typical cheerleader response when she was chosen. I was kind of waiting for her to do a toe touch or something like that.
A little piece of advice for Jenn is don't be so uptight. Marcus already has a mom. And,
oh God. Oh, ElimiDATE. Overall, when I look back at when I did the show like 20 years ago, I don't even know what I was doing back then. Honestly, I mean, talking the way females put numbers in my pockets and I throw most of them away. I mean, right? And the show itself was super fun. I had a good time, like doing it. Like I was all for it. I had another Nashville friend do another Nashville show that I promoted to him to do it with the producers. One I didn't want to do because of the females that were going to be in that show. And so, but I had a good time. All four had something to offer, honestly, but the way my mind was back then, I was just looking to hang out, kick it, have a good time. I chose Chasity because I felt she was on the same level to just go out and have a good time. Jenn was just kind of looking for the love, and I definitely wasn't in that vision at that point. I am now, of course, but back then I was just like, if I was to go on a date with the four same females from that date, like an ElimiDATE 2, if I was single, I'd probably go and try to see more about Heather, honestly. I ran into her a few years after the show was over, I think on Broadway or something. And I think she was like a doctor or a dentist or something. I was just like, wow, okay, good for you. And I think I probably would have tried to see what Heather was all about a little bit more, giving her more of a chance. I never saw Jenn. We didn't Facebook friend. I think Facebook was back then. I'm not even sure. Maybe AOL, MySpace, a pager back then. I don't even remember. So, yeah, it would be, I'm not curious, but I'd be curious to see where they're all at now in life, what they've done in the last 20 years. But yeah, I still get crap from that show 20 years later. Guys at my work know that I'm very outgoing. I know a lot of people in the city. I have friends, really good people, and I talk to everybody. I'm very outgoing. I've never changed that about me. I love people. And so for many years, they tried to find this show on every possibility link that they could look for it, and they just couldn't seem to find it after a couple of years after the show had, finished airing any other shows in any other cities. So recently, in the last 2 months, this is such a coincidence that you emailed me. They found it, and so they blasted the link to my entire department. So I'm getting text messages and screenshots of this crap right here. Look at this, like it was like blown in the wind, like some stupid movie or something. So I have this screenshotted and printed in my office, in the main office, and then when a couple of the guys that I worked with found the actual show, holy hell! Like I started getting my phone started blowing up. Like, what the hell is this? I remember this. I forgot all about this. This is great. I'm gonna send this, and then it was like wildfire. Like, how embarrassing! And then they kept ripping on my pants. They were like sitting up in my chest, and I looked like friggin'. It was terrible. Like, how did they let me dress like this? It was terrible. Like I had my belt. I'm like, I'm a better dresser than that. What the hell's going on here? Yeah, it was. I'm still getting heat for doing that show, even now. So I'm married, and I went back to my hometown, which is in Wisconsin, and they still had VHS tape. That's how this was recorded on. So my mom had a copy of this damn thing. She pops in the friggin' recording. My wife's sitting there, and I'm like, oh shit. You ready? So we start pushing play, and she's sitting there going, oh, who the hell are you? I don't know any of this about you. And I just kind of like left it there. And then my mom found some other stuff that I had done, like a couple music videos and things that I was trying to, pursue. I may need to rehash who you are now that I'm married to you. Well, did I marry somebody that has a whole different life? So it was funny, but she, so it was surreal. Yeah, it was funny that you had emailed when all these folks found this and started to blast my whole department. So we didn't exchange numbers because I honestly didn't do that while I was working. Like that was a big no-no. And then I ran into her again a few weeks later downtown Broadway. I saw her again a few weeks later, and she bartended when we met. And then I started to do her training at the gym. Realized very quickly, like, this is somebody I want to be more than just, gym friends and friends in general. So I asked her for a formal date, and she accepted, and then the rest is history. So it'll be 5 years this year. If my daughter wanted to do a dating show, she's Spanish, so she is feisty, but she has a lot of my bubbly personality. So I would say go for it. I mean, like father, like daughter. I mean, absolutely. I think it'd be hilarious. Now, some of the shows that you've seen, it's like a full-blown makeup session. I didn't get any of that action on mine. So, I'd have to be like, all right, listen, this is cool, but we're going to draw a line, real quick. So, but I mean, we'll see what happens if that comes to that point. I just watched my ElimiDATE episode. Oh, what the hell was I doing? It was a blast. I really appreciate y'all contacting me and letting me relive that moment. It was surreal, and I will be sure that all my friends who have found the recent episode to watch the new clips on YouTube, because they will never let me live it down now or the next 20 years. So thanks a lot for finding me.